Good morning, dear students. How are you? Hope you will be doing very well. Today, I am going to discuss one of the another interesting poem of class 10. Dear friend, it is a very important poem of class 10. Dear friend, let me use the English language in this poem. I don't want to speak any ODIA language here. Only I would like to discuss English to English of this poem. So try to understand. I will bring another video that I will just use by language, but in this video, I would like to use only single language, that is English language. Okay, without delay, let's get start. Dear friend, your poem Village Song. Dear friend, Village Song is one of the interesting poem in class 10. Village Song written by Sarojini Naidu. Written by Sarojini Naidu. So before going to study the village song, the poem village song, I would like to just discuss about Sarojini Naidu. Sarojini Naidu. Dear friend, you can see that Sarojini Naidu about the poet. Who is Sarojini Naidu? Sarojini Naidu, who was born in 1879 and died in 1949, was a child prodigy, freedom fighter, and poet. Dear friend, Sarojini Naidu was very excellent, very knowledgeous person from her childhood, and she was a freedom fighter, a poet. Freedom fighter means she was fighting against British rule, accompanied with different freedom fighter, and she is a poet. She is a poet. She was writing different type of poem, and she was born in Hyderabad on February 13, 1879, and she was a prolific writer. She was very prolific writer, and she gave up her literary career. Literary career means she was writing so many things, but she gave up. That means she did not write anything to join the freedom struggle led by Mahatma Gandhi. The freedom struggle was led by Mahatma Gandhi. At that time, Sarojini Naidu joined in that freedom struggle and helped Mahatma Gandhi to feed India. And she was the first Indian woman to become the president of Indian National Congress. And who you can say that who is the first president, woman president of Indian National Congress? Sarojini Naidu is the first Indian woman to become the president of the Indian National Congress. And the first woman, she was also first woman to become the governor of Uttar Pradesh. And she was popularly known as Nightingale of India. Who is Nightingale of India? Sarojini Naidu is known as Nightingale of India. The poem Village Song appeared in her book titled The Golden Threshold. The Golden Thresholds from the book she was written from that book, The Golden Threshold Village Song derived, and which was published in the Dodo Press, London in 1905, and she passed away in 1949. Right? I hope you might have understood about the poet Sarojini Naidu. Dear friend, let me discuss the poem now. Do you know that what do you mean by this poem? You can see that leading, that means, just I would like to say something about the poem. The village, okay, sorry, marriage is an important event in a personal life. Do you know that the marriage is very important event, very important incident in the personal life? The parents want to see their children happy married or settled. Yes, every parent want to see their children to be happy married, well settled, and to be peaceful settled with her husband house. Right? In this poem, however, a young girl does not wish to get married. Yes, young girl does not wish to get married. Read the poem and find out why the girl takes such a decision. Why this girl took such decision not to get married, we shall study in this poem, village song, and no more. right? See, I am reading it, the poem, the village song, village song, right? Village song, village song. I would like to read it. Honey child, whither are you going? Honey child, whither are you going? Would you cast your jewels all to the breezes blowing? Would you leave the mother who on golden grain has fed you? And would you grieve the lovers who is riding for to wed you? Second stanza, mother mine, to the wild forest I am going, whereupon a champa blows and the champa birds are blowing. To the coil haunted river's isle, where lotus lilies glisten, the voice of the fairy folk are calling me, oh listen. Third stanza, third stanza is saying that, what is that? Honey child, the world is full of pleasure, of bridal songs and cradle songs and sandal scented leisure. Your bridal robes are in the loom, silver and saffron glowing. Your bridal cakes are on the hearth. Oh, whither are you going? Fourth stanza. In fourth stanza, the bridal song and cradle songs have cadence of sorrow. The laughter of the sun today, the wind of the dead tomorrow. Far sweeter sound the forest notes where the forest streams are hailing. Oh, mother mine, I cannot stay. The fairy folk are calling. Dear friend, just I read it out. Now I will like to explain what it means or what does it mean. The text, the village song written by Sarojini Naidu. Sarojini, Sarojini Naidu. Sarojini Naidu poem village song. See, it is the conversation between mother and daughter. Mother and daughter are conversing. Mother is just impressing her daughter to get married, but the daughter is not willing to get married. Why she do not want to get married? You can see that. See, in the first stanza, in first stanza there is four lines stanza, right? Four line stanza. See, in this stanza, she is talking. The mother is first talking. Honey child, whither are you going? Honey child, whither are you going? Means the mother is affectionately telling to her daughter, honey child. See, honey child, whither are you going? Would you cast your jewels to the breezes blowing? Would you leave the mother who on golden grain has fed you? Would you grieve the lover who is riding for to wed you? Dear friend, let me explain it. Here, the mother is just lovingly, affectionately telling her daughter Honey Child in the first stanza. The mother speaks to her affectionate daughter and asks her where she is going. She is a conversation between a mother and her daughter of the village. The daughter does not want to marry and wish to go away and live in a forest in the lap of nature. In the lap of nature. The mother tries to convince her. The mother tries to convince her. The mother addresses her daughter honey child because why asks her where she was going. The further question to the daughter whether she would throw away her jewels to the blowing wind, having the mother who had fed her the various delicate dishes, delicious dishes, that means very sweet dishes she fed her. And she also questioned to the girl, to her daughter, whether she would grieve her would-be husband, this means beloved or lovers, would-be husband who is just coming to marry her. He is just riding for her to get marry her. Right? So I hope that you might have understood this question. The mother is just telling. First question is where are you going? Where are you going? Second question is would you throw with you, cast the jewel in the bridges blowing. Then for third question is that the mother is asking the child, my daughter, my loving daughter, would you forgive me? Would you leave me? I have given you delicious food. I have given you delicious food and I have made you grow. So why you have been leaving me? And fourth question is that would you like to grieve your lover or would be husband who is riding for you to marry you? Right? Four questions are being asked by a mother in this stanza. Then next move to the second stanza. In second stanza, see the daughter is replying to her mother. Mother mind, she is also just convincing, tries to convince her mother, mother mind, to the wild forest I am going, whether upon the champa bush, the champa birds are blowing, the to the quail-haunted river isles where lotus lilies glisten, the voice of the fairy folk are calling me, oh listen. See how beautifully explained by a daughter to her mother in the second stanza, dear friend. In second stanza, what the daughter is convincing her mother how why she is going to forest. So she is lovingly told her mother, mother mine, I am going to forest. That means the daughter expressed her desire to go to wild forest. Wild forest. She say to her mother that the wild forest where she is going is beautiful one. And the mother, okay, the forest has champa trees upon whose branches board are blowing. Branches board are blowing. The river's isles are haunted by coil. The beautiful flowers like lotuses, lilies are shining there. Glisten means shining there, right? And thus the sweet voice of the shining bird and beauty of this flower attract her. The beauty of the forest, beauty of the singing of the bird, and the river island is just attracting toward her, and she is also listening to the voice of fairy folk who are calling her to the lap of the nature. The fairy talk are calling her to the lap of the nature. Oh dear, please come here, you will enjoy a lot of things because there are a lot of branches of champa and full of champa bird blowing with a great aroma and aroma or smelling very sweetly, and uh, she is just attracted the forest, the beautiful forest, the lap of the nature, and wanted to go or want to go to the lap of the nature. Right? You might have understood this stanza also. It is second stanza is over. Now I would like to discuss the stanza third. Stanza third. In this stanza third, further Further, the mother is trying to convince her daughter. Honey child, the world is full of pleasure, of the bridal songs and cradle song, and sandal sentence leisure. Your bridal robes are in the loom, silver and saffron glowing. Your bridal cakes are on the hearth. Oh, whither are you going? See, in this stanza, why the mother, another mother is convincing her daughter. What the mother try or still try to convince to the daughter by telling her the pleasure of worldly life. That means the world is full of pleasure. The world is full of pleasure, full of happiness. My dear children, my dear children, she is talking that my dear beloved child, the world is full of pleasure, and she tells that the family life is full of pleasure and happiness. And she will lose herself in the song of her marriage ceremony, as well as in the soft, sweet song, and which she will sing for her baby in the cradle. And she will also get a good time to enjoy her life, her marriage dress, and which is in the loom and are dazzling in the silver and saffron color. Her bridal cake in the cap prepared on the hearth. on the hearth, and in this arrangement, the mother dis- dissuades her daughters from going to the wild forest, right? So you can see that the mother is very tries to say that how the world is full of pleasure, happiness, and so nice. Yes, already her bridal song, different type of song, different type of music are being sung in the during the marriage time, and the bridal robe are in the loom. That means it is is going in prepared, as well as its different glowing color. It is vibrant color like silver and saffron color, right? Okay, and the cake means we just cut the cake before going to marriage, and it is also in the art. So I hope that you might have understood the stanza number third, the final stanza, fourth stanza. Fourth stanza, what does it mean? Another time or once more again, the daughter is convincing to her mother why she goes to the forest. Right? You can see that the bridal song and cradle songs have cadence of sorrow. The daughters of the laughter of the sun today, the wind of the dead tomorrow, the farther sweetest sound, the forest note, where the forest streams are falling. Oh, mother mine, I cannot stay. The fairy folk are calling. Dear friend, she also nicely explained the wildly pleasure is not important. Important is what? Important is the real pleasure one can get in the lap of nature. No worldly nature or worldly pleasure can be make her happy, right? So the final stanza, the daughter says to the truth of the real world. She explains that the bridal song and the cradle song will turn into rhythm of sorrow of one day. The happiness of today will be gone tomorrow, leaving behind the morning of death. But the world where she wishes to go is far sweeter than the worldly happiness, and where nature streams are flowing. At last, she tells her mother that she cannot stay at home and lead to the married life, as she is called by the fairy folk of the forest. Dear friend, you know that it is a very beautiful poem written by Sarojini Naidu, and she has been explaining or the talking between mother and daughter, how the mother is convincing the world is full of pleasure, happiness, but the daughter is very interested to go to the nature, to go to the forest and enjoy the beauty of the nature. Right? I hope you might have understood the poem. Now I would like to say something, some important poem of this important things of the poem. See, dear friend, it has four stanza. How many stanza are there in the poem? It has four stanza. Four stanza. How many stanzas are there in the poem? Four stanza. And you can see that going, blowing. You that means going, blowing. A, B, A, A. It is called what? It is a rhyming scheme. It is rhyming scheme. Rhyming scheme A, B, A, A. You can see that another stanza going, blowing. Listen, oh listen. That means it is also rhyming scheme. Going, blowing. Listen, listen. Pleasure, leisure. This called rhyming scheme. Glowing, going. Yes, and you can see that sorrow, tomorrow, calling, calling. So this is the rhyming scheme. Okay, and another thing is that there are several type of poetic device has been used in this poem, like honey child, honey child. It is repeating uh, again and again, right? So there are also lot of rhyming, sorry, your poetic device has been also used in this poem, and it is a nice poem written by Sarojini Naidu. I hope you might have understood the poem very clearly. Thank you. Thanks for watching this video. All the best and happy learning day, student.